Top 10 Shark Attacks on Humans. Shark enthusiasts will have you believe that sharks are harmless and that they don't attack humans, but after watching this video you be the judge on whether under the right circumstances, what will a shark do to a human whether injured or not. In 1975, a 28-year-old producer named Spielberg frightened the washing suits away of film crowds, wherever the planet with the blockbuster, Jaws. His big screen variation of Peter Benchley's top-rated novel cost just $7 million to shape, proceeded to net very $470 million round the world, and dispatched Spielberg's Academy Award-winning coordinating profession. The book and film were a couple of executioner extraordinary incredible white shark, that threatens the anecdotal seashore resort town of Amity Island. The film opens with the well-known evening assault of a skipping around female swimmer, with John Williams's downplayed, exemplary score providing the pressure. The water went red, alarm followed and an exemplary was conceived. What a large number of us probably won't know is that, Benchley's tale was enlivened by a genuine arrangement of shark assaults on the seashore networks of most recent Jersey in 1916. That story times in at number 2 on our rundown, not long before Truth's story of the USS Indianapolis assaults that, Jaws, shark tracker, Quint, relates in violent detail to Chief Brody and Matt Hooper. 10. USS Indianapolis. In excess of 900 men were tossed to the benevolence of the sharks of the Pacific, when their American warship, the USS Indianapolis, was parted in two, by Japanese torpedoes in July 1945. Right when rescuers showed up inside the spot 4 days in a little while, they discovered 579 men dead, with many pieced to pieces by turning around sharks. Woody James, among only 316 survivors, said, "The sharks were close, different them. Everything would stop for the day you'd hear someone holler, and you comprehended a shark had got him." 9. Shirley Ann Durden. In 1985, Shirley Ann Durden was plunging for scallops in Australia's Peak Bay, when she was assaulted by around 20 feet in length extraordinary awesome white shark. The strong fish tore the 33-year-old into equal parts in its strike, as her significant other and 4 youngsters saw with disgusting trepidation from the shore. Exactly when rescuers showed up, such remained was her headless focus, skimming inside the water. Inside minutes, the shark returned and ate up that as well. 8. Jersey Shore Attacks. 4 individuals were executed during a spate of shark assaults along the shore of most recent Jersey inside the USA during the hazardous flood of 1916. The fundamental misfortune, 25-year-old Charles Vonson, spilled to death after sharks peeled the substance off his thigh, as he went for an early night swim. Following 5 days, Charles Bruder, 27, was killed after a shark attacked his midsection, and eliminated his legs as he swam off the seashore at Spring Lake. The last assaults happened 6 days accordingly July 12 in Matawan Creek. Lester Stillwell, a 12-year-old Territory kid, was brought down, as he sprinkled inside the stream with partners. Stanley Fisher, whose 24 pigeon into the water to search for Stillwell, yet was himself assaulted by the shark and spilled to death. The 12-year-old's damaged body was discovered cleaned up 150 feet upstream, 2 days after. 7. Robert Pamperin. In June 1959, Robert Pamperin was plunging for ocean snails off La Jolla Cove in California when his buddy, Gerald Lehrer, heard him holler for help. Turning, Lehrer saw his amigo upstanding, and unnaturally high inside the water close by his cover missing. As he swam nearer, Lehrer saw Pamperin constantly vanishing into the red waves and, bouncing underneath the surface, he saw his companion being pulled to the seabed, inside the jaws of a 22-foot shark. Checking the water for his extra parts, the U.S. Coast Guard discovered just one swim balance. 6. Pacific Coast Attacks. 4 shark assaults happened throughout a 15-day time stretch, off the Pacific coast of the US in 1984, starting with the wretched destruction of a 28-year-old abalone jumper. Omar Conger was resting vertically inside the water, and looking through turned ocean when his friend, Chris Ream, saw a stunning white shark back up out of the water behind him. It got him from behind, and recalling that shaking him violently, pulled him lowered, Ream later told specialists. The shark by then returned and passed on Conger, swimming direct at his friend. Ream moved his pal onto their bounce tangle and swam shorewards. In any case, Conger spilled to death inside the water. 5. Barry Wilson. Swimming close to Lover's Point off the Californian coast in 1952, 17-year-old Barry Wilson was seen by observers to stun surprisingly from side to side. The youthful tuba player by then shouted, before witnesses saw a shark raising out of the water to assault him and drag him under. Wilson returned seconds, resulting to shouting and whipping his arms during a pool of blood. 5 individual swimmers battled for half-hour to get him back to the coastline through the obnoxious surf. In any case, he spilled to death before they appeared at the shore. 4. Terrence Manuel. A 10-foot white pointer ripped off Terrence Manuel's correct leg in 1974, as he battled to scramble into a boat driven by his accomplice, John Talbot. The 26-year-old had been bouncing for ocean snails in 30 feet of water, when he out of nowhere burst through the surface and hollered, "Shark!" Talbot was during a race to assist his partner. In any case, that wasn't sufficient, and it had been too late for Manuel, who ended up losing his life to the shark. 3. Randall Fry. Pretend Zimmerman was plunging for abalone close by his companion Randall Fry, off the shoreline of California in 2004, when calamity struck. Zimmerman distinct that he surrendered Fry for a millisecond, going before hearing a whooshing sound, and feeling the water move, like a boat traveled by. He spun around to find Fry gone, and a shark balance surfacing going, before the wrapping water turned red. Zimmerman swam for his life. His amigo's cut off head and body were discovered independently the ensuing day. 2. Rodney Fox. Rodney Fox, by then 13, was securing his Australian Lance fishing title in 1953, when a fabulous sensational white shark got him around the center, and got him through the water the wrong far up. The tracker passed on him as he gouged its eyes, yet a little while later returned and assaulted once more. Fox stuck his arm down the monster's throat, and pulled it free once more, tearing the substance from his arm. The shark passed on him by then restored a third time, pulling Fox along the sea base. After essentially gagging, the adolescent was passed on and pulled on board a near boat close by, his ribcage, lungs and upper stomach uncovered. Incredibly, his fundamental section stayed flawless, and he made do following 4 hours of activity and 360 appends. 1. Brook Watson. The rule recorded overcomer of a shark assault, British carrier mariner Brook Watson, was swimming inside the harbor of Havana in 1749, when a shark assaulted him once then returned. The 14-year-old's crewmates saw the assault, and pulled him from the loathsome water, sparing his life. Despite losing a foot to the shark and later having his leg eliminated, Watson kept on working. That was our list of the top 10 shark attacks on humans. Hope this video didn't scare you from going into the beaches or water. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, so you don't miss our next interesting topic you must know about.